Modulars are coming up on their 20th anniversary, so today I thought it'd be really special to rank all of the modulars. I've had a lot of fun putting together my recent build, and I thought it might be fun to rank all of the modulars, whether I've built them or not. So I'm taking this opportunity to show you guys what I like and what I don't like as much. Number 20, Market Street. I'm going to say before we talk about all of this, even this modular, all 20 of them, I do not dislike. You know, none of them I'm outright thinking, I do not like this modular, it's not for me, I would never buy it, because I like all of them. However, this one is probably the worst. Famously fan designed and came out in the same year as, I think, the original Cafe Corner. The colours aren't amazing, the set itself isn't amazing. It's designed so each floor can, you know, be shown at any angle, but I think ultimately it just isn't the best, and it doesn't really fit with any of the other builds, which is not vital, but even on its own, I don't think it stands up too strongly. However, if I had the chance to build this one, then I'd definitely still take it. However, I'm not rushing to spend my money on this one, even from AliExpress where it's much cheaper. Number 19, the Corner Garage. When I first started looking at all the different modular lines and seeing which ones I wanted to pick up, Corner Garage has been one that has never stood out to me. I don't know what it is about the Corner Garage, because it's actually not too bad of a build, but it just doesn't appeal to me. I guess maybe how it's designed, having that big corner that, you know, is basically road and isn't used. Or maybe it's, you know, it's quite, you know, the actual building itself isn't massive. But I don't know what it is specifically, because I don't mind the colours of this one. I think they're okay. But nothing has ever stood out to me. It's one of the more, it's the forgettable one, I always think. And I don't hear a lot of other people talking about them wanting this one, but it is my list and I still don't love this one. Number 18, the Brit Bank. This was a really weird one for me because I don't dislike the Brit Bank and I actually really wanted it a little bit ago. However, it's one that I often put off buying for the reason of it's not very big. It doesn't stand out too much. It's kind of like a corner modular, but also not. It's a little bit confusing to me. But I still do like this set. I think the interior is really nice, and I do like the exterior. But I just think it would maybe benefit from being a bit taller. I mean, we're never probably going to get another bank in the modular collection. So this is the one we got, and that's kind of what disappoints me. I feel like if this was a mock or something, I would love it, but it's the official LEGO bank. This is what we're getting, and I kind of think of a bank a little bit more than what we got. Number 17, the Grand Emporium. I feel really bad ranking this one so low. It was the first ever alternate LEGO build I did, and I really enjoyed it at the time, and even now I go back and I really enjoy looking at it. However, the interior is not great. It's basically non-existent. It's not the most impressive of stuff. However, if you watch the channel, you might know that I don't care about the interiors of sets too much. But it's just, I think the big thing for me now I'm building a city has been the fact that it's a little bit hard to connect to everything else with the roof and everything. And I know it's, you know, not maybe unfair to rank a modular in terms of what it looks like next to other things, but it does definitely affect my view on them, as the Grand Emporium doesn't stand up by itself. Now, something I would love to do would be buy a few Grand Emporiums and modify it so it kind of connects onto like a whole street. Like I've seen people do that, where you've got like 4 of them all together, and I think that would maybe make me enjoy it more. However, right now I love the set. I love the set that I have, but you know, looking back, if it wasn't the only one available to me at the time, would I have bought it among the sea of other ones? And I don't know. Number 16, the Pet Shop. I actually right now own this one. I've not built it yet though, but it's a really nice set and I think it's fantastic filler. However, there's nothing about this one that strikes out in the crowd. Now, I do think you have to have modulars like this, because you can't have every single one that steals the show. Otherwise, I feel like a city could be too colourful maybe, or, you know, there's too much going on. So I think this one is perfect for bigger cities, and like I would love to, you know, have this one a few times and it not be the pet shop, but it'd be different shops, because I think loads of them really fit what a Lego city is. However, like I say, it's not going for too much on its own accord. So even though it is a great set, I don't think it's one of the best. Number 15, the Assembly Square. I can't believe I've ranked this one as low as I did. However, I found myself making the list and just, thinking it was worse than the other ones. It was my first ever real Lego modular. I don't have many real Lego modulars, but this was one that when I first got into the activity, I went to my local toy store and picked this one up on the last day of its life cycle. It was at the last day of the year and I went and got it and spent quite a lot of money on it. So I really love the set and it got me into modulars, which is really important. However, I always look at it now and I don't dislike it at all. I still really like this set. However, I guess it's another one where it's quite big and in the grand context of the whole city, it's one that's a little bit harder to put in with the rest of them. Doesn't always fit the rest of the buildings very well. And at times I feel like, maybe not that it could be bigger, but the half buildings on each side don't look the best. Number 14, the Boutique Hotel. I think I'd like this one a lot more if I had built it. However, it never stood out to me originally, and it has grown on me over time, I will say. I like the little side shop that they have there, and I would really like a hotel in my city, so I definitely do want this one, and I want to pick it up soon. And I do think once I build it, it will grow on me, but it's not the biggest interior. A hotel, you're thinking it's going to be big, there's going to be stuff going on in there, but there's only like 2 rooms, I think, which isn't great. Now, again, this is another one that I think is greatly benefited by people who extend them in terms of either height or width and have a few more going on. But I've got to rank, what the modular actually is. And this one is, I think, about appropriately placed. Number 13, the Greengrocer. I like the Greengrocer. It's a really nice exterior. I don't think there's a lot going on in the interior. I'm pretty sure it's one of the earlier ones, so it's no interior. But yeah, it is the second modular that ever came out. And I do really like it. However, again, I think it's fantastic filler rather than anything else, which is still really important because, like I say, you have to have that. But it never strikes out to me to go buy. I always think I really want the cafe corner, but I never really think about the Greengrocer being a must-buy for me. Number 12, the Downtown Diner. I think this might be the most controversial modular in the sense that I've seen a lot of people hate this one and a lot of people like this one. I think it's a fantastic Lego set. When I think about Lego, I think about the bright pink on the diner. And I really like how the diner is designed. It's really cool. And I really like the car that comes with it too. I like the minifigures. I like how the upstairs is like a vinyl store, something like that. And it's not one that I own, but it's definitely one I'd like to pick up. However, I do think what puts it a little bit back on this list is doesn't completely know what it wants to be, because it's not a corner, but I feel like it'd be weird to not have this on a corner. And also going on with that, it's a bit of a hard one to mix in with everything else because a lot of the other designs are more traditional, and this is obviously a lot more new. Number 11, the Parisian Restaurant. I like this set and I did want to pick it up, but it's one that I don't find myself again going to buy straight away because it's a really nice set and I think what they've done with it is really cool and I really love the restaurant theming. However, yeah, just nothing stands out to me particularly in this one, and I feel like it might blend in with some other ones like the Greengrocer in terms of the colour. And like the Natural History Museum, I feel like they're all kind of that same kind of green, more or less, and they maybe affect each other that way. Number 10, the police station. The police station has a fantastic interior and has some really good storytelling, especially with its donut shop that is accompanied by the set. However, it's not one of the best modulars, but I do really like it still. It's definitely one on the wish list and one that I hope to be picking up soon. Number 9, the Bookshop. It's the one I'm currently building right now, and I think it serves really well as great filler while also going for something. I really love the house design, and I really would like to extend that and have more of the houses in different colours. I think it'd be a really cool idea, and I do really like this half modular idea that they go with here and the pet shop. So the bookshop itself does look really nice. I love the tree outside of it, and I love how it's designed. I think it's really cool to have these half modulars, which is something I want to talk about a bit more in some other videos. But yeah, the bookshop is really nice. Number 8, the town hall. The town hall is the tallest modular out of all the modulars ever given to us in the main line. So I do like this one. It has 3 fantastically detailed floors. I love the inside of it. I love how you can decorate it with the minifigures given to you. And, you know, it's even got the elevator for a bit of play function on the back. It's a really great modular. I had such a blast making it. And it's really solid, and it's definitely a must buy in a LEGO city. Number 7, the Cafe Corner. The first ever modular is such a great one. Even though it lacks an interior, what it makes up for in exterior is so good. I love all of this set, you know. I love how the actual sign for the cafe itself, I love the yellow mug outside, and I just think this one looks so good. And I even love how, like, on the box they have the suggestion on how you can expand that one. But obviously, just even by itself, I think it looks incredible, and it even stands up to this day compared to the newer modulars and goes together with them really well. Number 6, the Fire Brigade. I believe this was my first ever AliExpress modular, and I really like it even now. The colours look really good. The interior, there's stuff there, but it's not like too overwhelming. I like what it's going for. Like I said, I like the colours. I like the little road out on front. I think this set just clicks really well. It looks great. Even like the little bell tower at the top. I think all of the set just goes really nicely, and it works. The minifigures are alright. You know, it comes with a little fire engine truck thing. And it's a great one to decorate even more because LEGO have done so much more fire, ambulance, brigade, station stuff that you can even put more minifigures in there or expand the interior if you wanted to. Number 5, the Natural History Museum. This came out just as I found out about LEGO modulars, and I really like this one. It definitely benefits through expansion like a lot of the modulars, but I think it's completely fine to not do that as well. I really like what they've done with the set. I love how they've decorated the inside. I think the minifigures are great. The colouring is really nice, and it just goes together perfectly. I know a lot of people do struggle to get this in the rest of their city. They can't really think of nice places to put it, but I think it works so well. I think it looks really good. Number 4, the Detective's Office. The reason this modular is ranked so high is because I think it is the perfect balance of being a great individual set while also being good filler for the city. It's not one that sticks out to me. When I go to my LEGO city, I don't go, there's the Detective's Office. However, every time I look at the set, I'm blown away. The interior is one of the best out of all the modulars. And I just love looking at it and actually seeing all the detail it has. But again, it is still fantastic filler. It doesn't stand out too much, but it really stands up by itself. It has the barbershop in there, the detective's office, and like the games club thing. And all of them work really well. I love them all. Like, it just goes together so well. It pops by itself, but it also plays an important role. Now into our top 3, and number 3 is the Palace Cinema. This was a must buy for me as a cinema lover, a film lover. You know, I had to get this set. I think the colour and the exterior is so good. It works together really well. The roof is fantastic. It reminds me of like the actual LA theatres and their recreations in Disneyland. They just look fabulous. I love the posters on the wall, and I think they've mastered this set, especially from the exterior. What I will say is the interior perhaps lacks a little bit, but to me, it's not enough to put me off this set. I really enjoy this one. Number 2, the Jazz Club. When I found out about modulars and I knew the Jazz Club existed, I had to get it. I do own the real LEGO version of this one, and I still haven't bought it, which really hurts me. But the Jazz Club is such a perfect set. I love the colours that goes on there. I love jazz personally. So having this like as a modular is such a perfect set. And combined with having the pizza shop is perfect. I love that. I love how they've got that into the set. and I can't wait to like actually do this one. I've kind of actually avoided looking into the interior, so I'm personally surprised when I build this one, but I just cannot wait to finally start building, and I just can't wait for it to be in the city. And that leads us to our number one, the best modular of all time, and that is the TUDA Corner. The TUDA Corner is the most recent build, and it has grown on me so much. When I first saw it was announced, I thought, yeah, that's all right. It's looking like a good modular. But so think within the last 2 months, the more I look at it, and I hope this isn't recency bias, the more I look at it, the more I just think, what an incredible set. The roof looks fantastic. It's like a pub. It works so well. I think how it's like kind of built on a corner works perfectly. The interior looks amazing. I just can't wait to finally buy this for myself and build it. And I also think it fits really well with other modulars while also not standing out too much. But I don't think this is filler. I wouldn't consider this filler at all, but it is a great modular that doesn't stand out a bit too much in your city like I think the diner would. The minifigures are also really great with the set, and everything about this one works, and I can't wait to build this one. I'm going to buy the real Lego one pretty soon. I am going on a big London trip and I want to go to the Lego shop, and I think I might get my hands on the TUDA Corner. The great thing about Lego modulars is no one's list is the same. I'm pretty sure it's impossible to have the same list as someone. So I'm really interested to hear what you guys agree and disagree with me, and you know how much you do, because I'm sure I'm going to get some hate for some of my picks here. And I've got to say, I will say I love all of them, and like I say, I would like all of them. So there's not like, it was really hard to make this list, and honestly if I made this list tomorrow I think it could be in a different order. It's just, you know, how I felt right now looking at all the modulars. I've had some time to think about this, and that is my ranking. Thank you so much for watching this video. Right now, we are currently meals plating every single one of my modular buildings in my members only series. But that's not the only benefit to being a member. You also get to help the channel out and get early access to all our videos. But if that's not for you, thank you so much for watching anyway. I really appreciate you all. And thank you so much for all the support you've given me recently. I've been Ballistic Bricks, and I will see you next time. Bye!